show. I also created SourceFed, which is why we are here today. And yeah, let's get them out here. Joe is going to be late, so if you were here for the Manly Man, 15, 20 minutes. But first, we're going to bring out Steve. You might know him as Then we have, what nickname should we make? Elliot, I love skinny ties Morgan. And then I would say last, but definitely not least, except in height, So yeah, in 60 seconds, can you describe yourself, starting with Steve on the spot?
I'd like to just, wait, let's describe each other. No? Okay, fine, I'll describe myself then. I'm a man with a beard. And I'm a cuddly man. And contrary to popular belief, I am not a white American, I'm actually Hispanic. Let's give it up for the Hispanics! That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
My name's Elliot. 60 seconds.
That was it. But that was it for Steve. He was like, that.
I know, right through.
I am not Hispanic in any way. I'm fully white, and I don't know. I come from Florida, and I don't know. I'm a dude. You said I'm a man. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, starting up with what you
I'm a man too. I don't have a freaking facial hair, but whatever. Yeah, that's it. I'm me, and I like reading and.
Okay, this is an eHarmony program.
I'm gonna see how long it takes before Phil moderates me to stop talking. So I grew up in Central Florida.
Oh, okay. I'm Lee Newton. I'm a woman. Two can grow facial hair.
I've seen it, it's amazing.
It is. It's an anomaly. I would have made a lot of money in the circus. But I am the resident chick on the show. I guess that's it. I grew up in, I'm making sandwiches I really do actually make you sandwiches constantly. I get coffee a lot too, and I don't know how that's my job. But I make really good coffee too. What else? I'm a woman. I grew up in Yosemite. I look white, but I'm half Native American. The white kind. I'm 5 feet tall, for all of you that want to know.
Since I'm going to suck as a moderator, I wanted you guys to ask the crew and I questions. So do we have questions from the audience? I'm seeing no hands. I'm seeing no questions. You guys ready?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about what's the time, the turnaround from story idea to script to shooting to upload on an average day?
We usually on Mondays we're there at 6 a.m. And then we usually
You're saying that with such joy.
Blacking out for a second. No, we're there at 6 a.m. We get on the interwebs and we try to find things that have happened, and then when we find something that's happened, we're like, hey, that's cool, or hey, that's interesting. We take it, and I think it usually takes us a couple hours, and from finding the story to finding multiple sources on it or whatever, and then writing something, filming it, and then editing it. And we have two awesome editors that go through everything. And
amazing editors.
Yeah, let's give it up for the editors.
Yes.
That guy.
That little asshole.
Oh, and that
guy! Get over Darren.
We also have these guys, Dan and Ian, and they're amazing. And
they're editing right now.
They are the six. They're 5 and 6 of our team. Like, I feel like behind the scenes they don't get enough, but they are 5 and 6. They come on every single joke. It's like a synergy that you wouldn't even believe could happen, and they're amazing. So, letting you guys know how awesome they are.
They make us look awesome.
Holler. Seriously, they do, because we're idiots.
We don't do that. Oh my gosh, the worst.
Just, one day we should do a live. Nope.
Nope.
Nope, nope.
It's kind of strange to have just people touch my face, because imagine someone coming up to you and just touching your face.
It's nice. It's weird. Yeah.
Is it kind of weird? You like it? Alright, that's fine. That was the weirdest thing.
My weirdest thing, right before we left for VidCon, Joe Greta, the fool, tweeted out that he was going to be dressed as me and to have my nipples and all that. So I have gotten a good amount of people who were like...
Somehow that's not as weird as touching someone's beard.
Somehow. I was like, I get it, okay, alright, I'm Joe.
It's been, the whole thing's been awesome, in a weird and an awesome way. I did not know the expansion of it. It was awesome to meet everyone. I got a couple boob grabs, so. Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
That sounds like an
I don't know if they were intentional, but either way, you know,
okay.
Go with the flow.
Solid.
I feel strange up here now.
There's this car, they flipped over, and there's a baby, these triplets. I saved them, and they were adorable. I'm a hero.
You were fast, Miss Lady.
You mentioned Caesar Augusta was living in a cardboard box before SourceFed. What were the rest of you guys doing?
Hold on a second, did you believe that?
We all come from an acting background, so I mean the SourceFed thing was just kind of like transitioning into the dreams, you know, making the dreams a reality. But yeah, I just did kind of like acting odd jobs here and there, pretty much.
I worked I worked in the animal hospital oh, they're the worst. They're the worst. No, that was great.
Animals suck.
Yeah, animals. Fun facts are terrible.
I always had to work on the side while doing graphs for others, so this became my job, and I stopped doing my other job, which was serving pancakes to celebrities. Yeah! All right! Fun story. Jeff Goldblum was eating pancakes in the restaurant once, and nobody was really saying anything. It's always packed. There's always like hundreds of people in this place. And Jeff Goldblum was sitting there eating his oatmeal or something like that Jeff Goldblum always does. And nobody was really saying anything. People kind of looked like Jeff Goldblum. And then Antoine Dotson walked into the restaurant, and the place went nuts. Nuts. It was crazy. But forget all that thing that I said about the restaurant and just talk about Brad's bread. Thank you.
Let's see. Wait for it. Sir, over here, yes.
What was the interview process like getting hired for Durango?
Uh-oh. Rapey? Yeah?
Yeah. It was really awesome in the sense that basically we just got news stories, and then it was just like, hey, here's news stories. Talk about them, and it was one of the funnest auditions I've ever had, because it was like, go there and let you be yourself.
You guys, and really stoked that I ended up coming in and to work with you guys. It was a dream come true. I love you, Lee. I love you, Lee.
Just Lee.
Just Lee. Lee is the only one crying, Joe. She always cries. That's true. She's really good at it. Just wait.
They show me military homecomings all the time in order to get me to cry.
Military homecoming.
It's the best.
It'll be a sunset, and you're like, oh my God, it's beautiful.
But they literally Skype me. They're like, hey, Lee, you want to cry? I'm like, no. I'm like, click. Oh, God. Oh, this man with his dog.
He hasn't seen a dog in 2 years.
Yeah.
There's a picture on the internet of this guy, and he's a homeless guy, and he's got a, I don't know, but no, it's a homeless guy, and he's got a little dog, and I was like, please, you're gonna love this. Click.
Yeah. So you guys had the problem with when YouTube decides not work with the uploads thing, and you said, hey, we'll handle it with Tumblr and everything else, and that was really awesome. Do you guys have any other problems that occur just on a day-to-day basis that you guys have to
First up, that solution came from our producer James, which was really smart because we would have never thought about it. So he went and just like created the account, threw the videos up, and that was awesome. Yeah. That's James. Clap for James.
Because we had to get those videos to you guys, and James thought of it in a pinch.
It was alternative money to mailing you guys. Like,
Yeah.
We're backing up on beta. I don't know why. Other problems? The lights will explode.
Yeah.
We got a good team. We don't have to worry about that
Yeah,
stuff.
we really don't. We have an awesome team.
Nothing big, nothing catastrophic has ever come up with that.
Yeah.
That guy died, but whatever.
When they feel this.
That's it. Yeah. I wish it was more.
Digestion issues.
Yeah, that has actually happened. That has happened. There's a few things that I get super passionate about and things like that. Joe literally was there the whole time. He was being very stoic, but Buddy was on the edge too.
Oh, I cried in the writers'
he did cry in the writers' room too. But that one really killed it.
We did like I think the only time that's ever happened, because I'm a robot, I don't really have emotions.
That's true.
But then when we did a Mother's Day video and I think a Father's Day video too, and that was the only time where I was like, nope, can't do it, because they.
And it was, and you could see him going, I just picked them. Thanks, Mom.
Like Lee in a puppy dog picture.
Yeah.
When I heard Michael Bay might be doing it.
More minutes. Let's see. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. You are so excited. You're doing a wave or something by yourself. Yes, sir.
Can I get a high five from each and every one of you?
How tall are you? Can you do it this way?
Oh, they said high five.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you run that line? Thank you.
Did you look at our elbows when we did it? Because that's the trick. That's the trick.
All the way in the back in the red shirt.
Is there any topics you want to talk about, but they're too taboo that you just say, okay, no, we're not going to be about that?
I know on my show, no. I think. Oh, that's right. Yesterday's panel. Yeah, I don't talk about Metallica because that's my worst rated video of all time ever. Is saying I hate Metallica. And then what about you guys? What kind of stuff do you? Because I know that you're slowly going out there. I know that I keep pushing you guys a little further. Like, hey, just see what happens. Just see what happens. But what would you say?
Elliot. Elliot is from the Kardashians or something that we don't talk about.
I was like, this is a funny story. I'm gonna make fun of the Kardashians.
Yeah. You think that Kardashian and Bieber are two taboo things?
Because, hold on a second.
I cursed your name as I exited the theater.
That happens a lot.
I felt it. I will tell you that. Look, I'm a big fan of comedy. I'm a huge comedy nerd. And I think Sacha Baron Cohen is very intelligent and very witty. And I think he's I think he comes from the line of like Andy Kaufman-esque comedians. Like they're not afraid to try new things and be very funny and ballsy and try to do a movie like The Dictator, which is kind of a dangerous subject matter in this day and age. Lee's falling asleep. But, I mean, look, I'm going to stand by it. I love the movie. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, you know, it's like...
is that it screws all his other ratings.
Yeah!
What did you give the reviews again?
2? We won't talk about it. Prometheus is still an open wound in my heart.
When you started up with the idea for SourceFed, and sure you have the following, and as you said, as soon as you mentioned SourceFed on your channel, there was no videos on it, and there were still several thousand people just subscribed to it. What was and when you guys were just starting, were you guys scared that it wouldn't get, wouldn't go over, or just was you worried about how it would go? And both from you guys as the hosts and you as the guy that created it and put your money behind it.
When the first video went up, everyone just loved me. Overwhelmed with love and affection. I was like, this is gonna go perfectly. I was terrified. I mean, it was something that had never been done before, so I knew fundamentally like it was a pretty crazy endeavor. But then when the video came up and everyone was like, hey, kill him! And I was like, okay. It's gonna happen with that.
Yeah, I would say there was hesitance. Like I didn't know what to expect from it. I'm a big newbie on the whole YouTube thing. It's fascinating. But no, I didn't know what to think of it. But I will say, when we just started sitting in a line, we were on a couch, and we just started riffing and talking. I remember like a distinct moment when I was like, this could be freaking awesome, man. And I remember that, like when we actually, and then we got the editors who were incredible and like came in for things that we would say and we go, oh my God, you backed it by the most amazing picture and stuff like that. When that happened, I remember a distinct feeling of like, this could be awesome.
As far as dark stuff, I can't think of anything extremely dark. What's shaped me as a person is the fact that I am a father, and I take a lot of pride in that, and I take a lot of pride in that because my dad raised 4 kids by himself and never made it seem like it was a problem, and all he did was love, and that's what I try to do to my daughter, and I want to teach her to do the same thing. It's just,
No, I would say probably like my 4 open heart surgeries have been the biggest thing. I'll have to have them my whole life, and I had incredible parents. Oh, y'all gonna see me cry?
Tweet it.
No, I had incredible parents who never ever made me feel less than or helpless or sick. It was always, they spun it to special. And so that was just kind of amazing. And so I think that's been it my whole life, is that I've taken everything and I learned from a very young age that you self-deprecate and you turn everything into a joke because you get a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar. And so that was kind of it. Also, I lost 80 pounds once, and that was kind of a big deal.
Are you done? With the Q&A?
Are you done?
All right, hey guys. Oh! Nailed it. Let's see, what was the question? Things that have shaped me?
Yes.
Let's see, I had great parents, I had a fun upbringing. I got engaged when I was 19, I got married when I was 20, so that was a big shaping experience, because I essentially am still growing up with someone else. That's fantastic. We met when we were both in the womb, and yeah.
Tell us about it.
It was awkward at first because I was like, and she was like, but yeah, that was probably the biggest thing. And going through college and doing the whole life thing was a big shaper.
I'm kind of in the same realm. Like I just.
Same exact thing. Because you're behind. What? Talk.
I'm behind on everything here. No, I mean, nothing really like super major incredible has really happened in my life except for, just kind of like the small accomplishments. But really like what keeps me going and what inspires me is just humor, comedy is really my life force. Just making things funny and being around funny people, it just keeps me joyful and energized. And
Steve is arguably one of the most positive people I've ever seen.
Let's give it up for positivity. Thank you, Elliot.
He is incredibly joyous. It's delightful.
And it's because I'm around you guys.
So stop it!
Tell them more about us. Joe's so funny, you guys. Did you know that?
You, Elliot.
Elliot is an attractive male.
Right?
Who is really funny. And Lee has nice hair. And Phil's a hot man. It's always the trumpet.
Halfway through that, I was like, there are underage children in this room.
Button it back up in slow-mo.
Basically, Phil is super supportive. He's the easiest guy to talk to about any issues or just throw ideas around with. And he's just, doing the movie review thing was a big honor for me also. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, he's fantastic. Best boss I've ever had.
He never held a job before.
Adorable.
Phil, actually, a lot of people know this. He's highly intelligent, and he gets in front of the camera and he presents something very subtly and very intelligently, and then he kind of has in many ways taught us to attempt to do the same thing without not, without taking our opinions out of what we're doing. Like there's a tendency when you're trying to be fair and balanced to just remove yourself entirely. And he does an excellent job of injecting himself into things and also like, you know, presenting both sides, but also what his side of that happens to be. So,
yeah, actually, I get really excited for their opinions. Specifically, the last time I remember, I burst into the writer's room and I was like, hey Lee, did you hear what Adam Carolla said about women sucking their
That was a good
And I did. I did hear what Adam Carolla said. That's about all.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story,
bro. Sorry, let's go for physical comedy. It's not like that. Okay, next question. I don't see any hands. Yes, perfect.
Do you guys write all the scripts? And if so, do you write for yourselves or for each other? Or
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
We do. We write for each other, and I think it's kind of amazing that being, you know, we're all writers and we all write for each other very, very well. It's amazing that right off the bat, when we started, we got each other, and so, I mean, Elliot writes me very well, especially when doing crazy.
I make her crazy.
He loves making, I love making Joe Derby. That's my favorite. And then I love making Elliot ranty, but yeah, we all write, and we write for each other, and it's kind of amazing to find 4 people that get each other's comedic voice almost immediately, and can, like, when you look at a story, Elliot will write a story, I'll look at it and go, I would say exactly that. That's awesome. So yeah.
We take a lot of pride in this fact, because a lot of people watch the channel and they think, oh, well, they're just talkers. They just throw words out that they didn't write, but it's the most important part. And,
yeah.
Television, movies, all that stuff, a lot of the writers don't get enough credit, and I think that is the part that we take the most pride in. 100%.
I just copy all the old scripts, and it works. It totally works. Nobody has noticed it. Wait, I shouldn't.
Steve has an uncanny ability to take a story about, you know, global warming and turning it into breasts, just like that. Yeah. It's really good at it.
It makes me so proud.
Woo!
Exhausting. Huh, how do we answer that?
How can we,
I don't want to say she was different before, different after.
She doesn't like when we call her Lee, she prefers 57.
Yeah.
Actually, anytime I'll do anything gross, that's my favorite thing that they do, is they're like, Maxim's Hot 100, everybody. Which I never do anything gross, it's so weird, right? Yeah, I'm constantly grossing them out, so.
It's been, nothing, Lee has taken it like a champ. She honestly hasn't changed. It's been, that was really nice. We didn't expect her to, but,
we were going to do everything in our power to make sure she did.
Yeah. Next year we're going to get Steve on the list.
Yeah.
How did you feel about getting it? I think this is, how did you feel about becoming 57? She's the 57th hottest woman in the world right now. That's nuts.
Pukey? No, it's never been anything on my radar, so it wasn't on my to-do list. It was like, oh, just Maxim. But it was just a testament to how amazing our fans are. Like we mentioned it to you guys, and it was like, boom, and it took off. And then I think the most nervous I got was when our producer said, hey, they contacted me about you, like, they want to know who you are, and I was like, oh no, this might happen.
And you were eating a double down KFC sandwich when he said it.
And I consistently walk around with my shirt up around my belly, and so I know it's gonna have to maybe stop that, and that broke my heart.
She didn't stop that.
Ever. But no, it's just never been anything on my radar, and it was awesome. It was awesome from you guys, it was incredible, and it was baffling and overwhelming all at the same thing. And yeah, it was, I don't even know how to put it into words clearly. And even when they were doing it, they were, I mean, I love these boys because they are like brothers and they did exactly what my brother did, which was give me consistent guff about it. So, no, in the best way. And so, yeah, it was awesome in that sense. I think he also was very, my brother in general was very like, oh, I don't know about that. But yeah, it was incredible, it was amazing. And
what's your dad think? Yeah.
No, my parents are really incredible. I love my mother. Her first reaction was, "You were wearing the most clothes." Thanks,
You
Mom.
see Sofia Vergara? No.
Yeah, and that was the weirdest part. Was they were like, "You meet out with Sofia Vergara," and I was like, "In what world?" But yeah, so you know, just put that in my back pocket for my dating profile. But yeah, it was amazing and baffling, and you guys are incredible. That was really it. And so now I have that in my back pocket. So when I am old and decrepit and wonderful, I can walk around in the nude and claim that I was Maxwell Top 100.
Mama used to be 57.
Did you know that I was once beautiful? Did you know how beautiful I was once?
Sure thing, Grandma. Fill the cart already.
I don't like that pasta.
Let's see, let's, Steve, you pick the next one.
Okay, how about this guy on the end, right there?
I have a question for Bill. How is it like managing SourceFed along with your own show?
After the first month, I don't do anything. I come in, I'm like, hey guys, doing good? Cool, okay, I'll see you later. At the end of the day, it's, and I want a much bigger round of applause for this guy over here. And for my along with our 4 poor editors that we just whip. And yeah, I picked a very good team so I could be lazy as far as SourceFed comes. Yeah. Lee, you pick.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
How about everyone at once? In the corner, with the flip cam, you're holding it and you're looking backwards now? Yeah, yeah. I think, go.
Well, I'd say that we're all kind of prone to comedy already.
Yeah.
And we come from the comedy mind. Yeah. You know, Joe obviously has his amazing comedy things going on, and Lee. I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're all really. I mean, they're really funny, and I'm funny too, I guess. But that's the thing. We always want to. We always want to go into that comedy world. Anyway, so even if the news is like very serious, it's like we always want to give, you know, just that little sprinkle if it's appropriate.
I think, yeah, sometimes it's not appropriate, but I don't know that I necessarily, like, whenever I choose to write a story, I don't know that I do it with, like, the intention, like, I'm going to make this funny. I think it just, like, there's an underlying philosophy with, like, when we do news, that it's actually interesting, and it's okay just to goof off about it, and sometimes things are just crazy, and none of it's that serious. Like, I mean, even when it is serious, it's not that serious. Like, you can take stuff and you can goof off and riff on it and give commentary, and I feel like that's where a lot of our comedy comes from. It's not like we're sitting in there going, I gotta be funny, I gotta be funny. It's just we're in a room and we're making a lot of fart jokes.
Yeah.
Talking about stuff that's happening.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is, like, I think for me, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm watching something, I need to be entertained. That's our generation, that's what it is, and so I think that was the biggest thing. And just, it was fascinating in the sense how all 4 of us, like, how we're so similar in senses of comedy. Like, that was kind of it from the day one when we were like, we actually realize now when we go out and when we do stuff together that we are very weird.
Oh man.
Like, people are always like, what? When we make jokes and we're laughing hysterically and they're like, that was dark, that was weird.
But it's important that we make each other laugh in that respect.
We had the Gregory Brothers. They were in last week, and that was one of the moments when we realized how weird we were, because we were all taking a picture, and Lee decides to tickle Steve, and don't. Because Steve turns into, like,
a rage. Like,
I will kill you!
Basically, I turn into a fat bearded Hulk. Don't try it.
Don't try it. But he's so cute. But he just goes, like, we're sitting there and I'm like, oh, we're all laying down, and I go, tickle, tickle, and he goes, Lee, you effing idiot.
We're all laughing, but we're all like.
Hysterically, the Gregory brothers are like, is this okay to laugh at? What's happening?
It apparently terrified people that weren't around and heard it.
I thought you were like strutting down on the ground.
Senses are really what helps that.
Okay.
This is for all of you. How does it feel to know that like your opinions and ideas like mold and shape the opinions and ideas of everyone that watches your videos?
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. That's heavy.
I will say this, like, I did a thing on organ donation, and I've had an organ donated, and I've had 4 open heart surgeries my whole life, and my heart's backwards, this, that, and the other thing. I have a 37-year-old male's heart valve in me. And I think it's one of the most amazing things you can do. And when I went out there and said that, and then one person tweeted at me and said, I'm an organ donor because of you, and I thought, like, that was the most amazing thing that I had ever experienced in my entire life. Like, that was incredible to me. So it feels great, and it also feels weird in the sense that you say stuff that people take seriously, and you're like, oh, no, don't do it.
No, I don't want to kill him.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hell.
So, yeah, the spectrums of it is awesome.
Yeah, it's extremely intimidating. Yeah. No, it's extremely intimidating, but at the same time, it's a huge, in many ways, it's a big blessing that we can say what we believe, and we can do it on whatever, and we can, get our opinion out there. And I think I come from like this idea that whatever your opinion is, no matter on whatever it is, no opinion is as important as like another individual. So when I get an opportunity to somehow express that, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
It's a huge responsibility, but somebody's got to do it.
What was y'all's first encounter of being recognized randomly in public?
Mine's not very interesting, I think.
Still hasn't happened.
Still hasn't happened, yes.
Oh, although we were on chat roulette and this guy thought he was Jack Black for about an hour.
He was like, I'm not Jack Black, and then he sang him.
I'm Jack Black! It's crazy!
The first time I got recognized, I was at a science museum, like a whatever, and
as one tends to do.
When you're at the science museum, and it was on an elevator, worst place ever, period. And this dude right behind me, he doesn't say anything, he just leans down and goes, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I probably came off like a total jerk, and yeah, I hope he's forgiven me.
And that man is here right now. Stand up! Hey! Stand up! Okay.
I was in a Starbucks and there was 3 young girls and I thought I knew them because I'm not used to someone knowing my name and me not being introduced, and I'm horrible with names, so I always just go, hey! And so they came up and they were like, Lee! And I was like, hey! And then I just hugged them proceedably because I was just like, oh, I probably know them. Hug them. So yeah, I just hugged them, and then I think that weirded them out totally because I did extend one hug a little long.
That's Lee Newton's attacking.
I was like, hey! Right? But yeah, so I think that was the first one. It was awesome. It was super awesome.
My first SourceFed recognition was after one of the first ones was after an improv show. I do comedy sports, and after the show, we were saying goodbye to everybody that coming out of the crowd, and this 12-year-old kid came up. He's like, I love the show. I love SourceFed. Will you sign this for me? I'm like, cool, yeah. I turn around and I start signing it, and I go, hey, what's your email? I want to get Elliot and Lee to say hi and send you something. And he goes, and then, so I go, okay, cool. And I start writing down the information. I start writing down the information for him. I turn around and he's crying, just straight on. It wasn't a kid. He was 12, 13 years old. And I just go,
And then
he goes, don't, and then his parents go, "Are you crying?"
There's no crying in comedy.
Yeah, so it was really sweet. We sent him a picture.
We did send him a picture.
Yeah.
For Lee and Steve, would you guys ever consider making your
No.
own, like YouTube channel? I know Elliot does like vlogs and such, but
I have a vlog. It's kind of strange, but
It's a dark.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's awesome.
just trying stuff out, you know. It's just get my comedy juices glowing. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's very strange. Don't look for it. Just type my name in. Maybe you'll find it. Yeah, I mean, so I do that kind of thing. So.
I have a channel too. But it's like 3 videos from years ago when I was doing sketch comedy.
those are awesome.
Thank you. But they keep saying that I need to vlog, but I just don't think I'm that interesting. So I'm like, hey guys, here I am at Taco Bell again.
Third time today.
The thing I love to do at Taco Bell is replace the meat with the beans. Crazy, and there'd be 4 minutes of that.
We'll get it
no, more than likely, if I do, it'll feature these jerks a lot because I'm with them 24/7. So yeah. Eventually.
We do. We all live in a little flat together.
Big point, too. Okay, other stuff.
In a zombie apocalypse, what's your most unconventional weapon you would use?
Elmo's voice.
Obviously, the most unconventional weapon in a zombie apocalypse is a zombie's head. It's unconventional. What are you gonna do with that thing? It's not gonna do any damage if you throw a zombie head.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about what would happen in a zombie apocalypse, and most of it centers on getting near water. I'm not going to focus on weaponry because I feel like the entire idea of a zombie is that they are mindless drones. You can't fight them head on because there's always one coming directly behind them. Like it doesn't stop. So the key is running.
Yeah.
My most unconventional weapon, I guess, would be probably strategy, and it's something we should all be thinking about.
So in the next zombie apocalypse, find Elliot on the Santa Monica Pier.
Elliot Morgan's the president.
Unconventional weapon. Who said Elmo voice?
I did.
Okay.
Elmo voice.
I can't actually do it now. But no, I would say it's a hairdryer because I can wield that like nobody's business. So yeah, it would get dark too because it'd be so bloody. That or biochemical warfare. Never do. I don't understand that.
I would use my words.
So you want to bore them, is what you're saying.
Oh.
Violence is not the answer.
No. Please stop.
Just don't eat me.
Let's give it up for our SourceFed crew.